Happy Camper Pictures, and we're coming back with another video of the Blockbuster universe. Well, I'm going to take you through another secret zone, and this time we're going to start at the top with Bay City, the first level, our San Francisco level. But first, you're noticing that I'm painting claw tasks for you right now, and if you didn't know, going to the secret zone rewards you with a new color palette. As you can see, I'm using the Mega Block color palette right now, and that's because I went to the Mega Block secret zone. So once you go to a secret zone for the first time for each level, you unlock a new set of colors. And I'm putting on these cool neon colors, and we're going to play Bay City with a cool neon color palette. So let's get into the level. And as you can see, I haven't discovered the secret zone yet on the rug, so I'll explain that as we go through. As you know, when you collect something in Blockbuster, it shows up on the rug. So you know where you've gone before, you know if you haven't visited the zone yet. Alright, let's hop on in. Alright, so from our last video, I explained in Mount Sakura that the future that Kitech is trying to create is an endless energy future. They harvest Kaiju, they collect monsters because the monsters contain a source of energy within their bodies that can be harvested and used. In this sense, this is present day. Each level in Blockbuster has a different time period, so the first level is a modern day level. And not shown, but we do have these electric fences here in the level, and the fences are used to keep Kaiju contained within a city, so they don't bust through and destroy the whole place. We know that that's not really effective because you're able to destroy the fence and advance forward. The reason why these fences are here and the reason why they're being powered isn't because of the generator. The generator acts as a conduit to deliver the power to the fence. What you can't see is what's happening underground, and that is the city is being powered by monsters in vats. They're in test tubes, essentially. They act as generators, you know, for humans to use as energy. So Kitech does what they do best. They research monsters, and they use them as their source of energy, their source of income. There's also in level 2, you discover that they try to breed Kaiju, breed monsters, and that doesn't come too well for them. So that's part of this story right here. This is more of a modern day catch-up. They figured out how to commercialize and harvest the monsters in order to use them as energy. So in a perfect world, they use these monsters to power the fences. And the fences are what can keep you contained inside your play area until you find the generator to unplug it. Now, we're going to find the crane levers, as you can see, you know, we're pulling the crane levers. There's always going to be 3 crane levers to pull. And always pull your crane lever first before you pull out the generator. If you pull out the generator first, you lose the opportunity to grab the crane lever and unlock the secret zone. Now we can go through the city, and you know, the word bubbles on the people, like, keep in mind, like, they also tell a story too. There's bits and pieces going on in the game for each level and each time period that kind of tells you, the player, you know, what's going on, like what's happening, like what's going on during this time. What is Kitech up to? What's the local government up to? What's happening in the city as far as events go. So what we couldn't include in the game to visually show you, we tried to fill in the gaps with a story based on the dialogue of the humans. And Kitech has their own dialogue too, per level. So depending on which level you're destroying, if you notice there's a Kitech scientist running around, their dialogue is going to be different, and it's going to explain kind of the happenings and really like their directive for that level. So in Bay City, you're going to see a lot of energy reading stuff because they are using this opportunity to research monsters by luring them into the city to destroy them so that they could gather energy readings and take down the monster and harvest it. But obviously, that doesn't work out too well because you're a giant monster and you're going to kill them all. That's just what happens sometimes. So we keep going, and we're gonna go into the secret zone. We can see over here that it's a red crack over on the left side here. And if we went over to the boss zone, you'll notice that it's a blue crack. So always hit the red crack first. The red crack will, in Bay City, the secret zone is the center zone, and it changes once you get all the crane levers. So punch the red crack, and now this tower over here is going to come out of the ground. So this is what Kitech's been working on. This is like the future of their weaponry, of these underground facilities, these underground towers that sprout up and they fire lasers at you. As you can see, there's some billboards behind them too, and they're Kitech related. You know, it's all about protection and safety. What they're trying to do is foster a false sense of security to the public, because at the end of the day, they can't really stop these monsters. And you're able to put together, like through their dialogue, that, you know, things don't always go as planned, or they hate working for Kitech, you know, or the benefits aren't exactly what they had in mind. There's all these different factors that can play into a single level and over the course of the entire game once you notice it. We can wrap up the secret zone by taking out the tower, and let's investigate what the scientists are saying. You know, it's all related to present day problems that they're experiencing. There's even some dialogue that associates Kitech scientists with the military, and the military associated with Kitech in some way. Like they're working with one another, but the military doesn't really understand what their directive is. It's just, Kaiju are here. We have to defend the city, you know. And we struck a deal with Kitech that, you know, they'll take care of it, you know. But obviously they're not going to take care of it because they want to scan and learn. That's their whole purpose. And as we advance through the story, we'll notice that Kitech's directives are different for each year. So the next video we'll cover level 3. And if you haven't caught the last video covered level 2. So make sure you watch that one after this one. In Blockbuster, it's an asymmetrical timeline for each level. So you're going to start in the present day in Bay City. You're going to go back in time in level 2, you're going to go back in time even more in level 3, because you're learning, like, this is how Kitech brought monsters, you know, to America, using the old-fashioned King Kong method. Put them on a boat and put them in a cage and bring them to New York. And then we skip ahead to the future, way future, in level 4, and then level 5 goes back to the way beginning of everything, and you learn how the monsters came about. So stay tuned for more videos. We're definitely going to be covering more of the lore. And if you have questions, or if something wasn't clear, just drop a comment. I'm a way better typer than speaker sometimes, so, you know, just let me know what you think, and we'll definitely give you as many details as we can, because there's a lot to go over. You know, there's a big story to Kitech and into the Kaiju, and how the Kaiju came to existence within our universe. Alright, so once we're done with the level, we visited the secret zone in Bay City. So when we go back to our room for the first time after completing the secret zone, we'll be met with a new widget. And as you can see, I have unlocked the Bay City color palette. Now I have access to a brand new set of colors, in addition to the Mega Block colors, in addition to the default colors that you have. Now I have the Bay City colors. So there is an incentive to going to the secret zone rather than learning about the story. You also get cool new colors to customize your monsters with. Alright everyone, I hope this was an enlightening video. I hope you enjoyed the lore of Blockbuster. Continue to watch these, because we're going to be making more. Thanks a lot. Talk to you guys later.